So it seems I guessed correctly. Pichu is indeed encounterable during the morning in the power plant, and so it has now been claimed. That is the only thing I caught between this segment and the previous one, because there's not much else I can really go after unless I went and raided the Victory Road for certain Pokemon, which I found out there is actually one significant Pokemon in there that I have not caught, nor have I seen. And the reason I know that is because I actually found out in the Pokedex here, there's just an option that lets you unlock the scene data for all Pokemon. So you can just start the game and just have 251 Pokemon seen. So it basically means that, I mean, this is the only way you could actually register Raikou and Entei as seen in the Pokedex from what I've seen. What's my seen? I mean, because you could register Mew as seen by doing the truck, but that wasn't really an equivalent for the beasts. So you just have to run around blinder than a bat. But yeah, as you can see, I now have everything registered as seen. I'm not actually going to be keeping this. I am going to reload the save state and remain at that 218 scene account. What I just want to do quickly is check to see if Wigglytuff can be found anywhere in the wild. It is not. So that is one more egg that I will have to breed. I have actually checked a few other Pokemon. From my memory, I checked out Weezing, I checked out Machamp, I checked out Ampharos, I checked out Slowking, and I think I checked out one or two other like Stone Evolution sort of things. So I found out that Weezing has indeed been removed from Burn Tower, and it is not even in Cinnabar Mansion, so I will have to evolve into that. Machamp can be found in the wild in two places, one of which is Cerulean Cave, as you might expect. Slowking is also there, but you can also find Machamp in Victory Road for some reason. I'm not too sure why, but I guess I'm obviously got to go through there to get to the Pokemon League anyway, so I'll probably just pick one up from there. Ampharos isn't found in the wild though, so I'll have to go back to the power plant sometime in the morning, which is about an hour and a half from now. Grab a Flaffy from there. It only needs 3 levels to evolve, so for the time being, we're going to go ahead and knock over the 8th gym here. I have elected to go with the Vermilion gym, and the reason for that is because if you have a look at this team here, the only ground move on it is on Conifo, and it is Dig, which is not particularly great. It can do the trick, but the thing is it's running on a Pokemon that doesn't have a particularly great special defense, so it's sort of a trade-off. I have the super effective move, but it's on a decidedly not so tanky Pokemon, at least on that side of the at least on that side of the spectrum. It's not going to be able to take electric hits particularly well. The only other move I have that could even be super effective against anything that Surge has on his team would maybe be Fire Punch, and that's assuming he runs a Magneton. It's a pretty safe assumption, because I think he runs like a few different fully evolved electric types in Gold, Silver, Crystal normally, but I guess we'll just have to find out. And I guess Rock Smash counts even though it's a terrible move. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of Pokemon that really resist electric type moves, and I don't have a whole lot of Pokemon that are super effective against electric type moves. And because this is the 8th gym leader, I wanted it to be at least some kind of a challenge, and so that's why I've decided to go with this one as opposed to the other 4 gyms. I mean, Blue could have counted, but I want him at his like absolute best just because he's Blue. So he's probably going to be like either the last or second last leader that I face, depending on whether I want Claire to be the last or not. So I think I put Conifo up front. Yeah. I actually had to scrap a previous attempt at this segment because I actually didn't know what my lead was, and it turns out it was Kalima, which is just not going to do jack shit in this gym. Conifo is looking very much like it's not going to do jack shit either, especially if Pikachu keeps raising its evasion. The ironic thing here is that Kalima would have actually been the better choice because of Feint Attack. It's just I'd have to risk copping a Thunderbolt to the face, which it almost certainly wouldn't be surviving. Speaking of Ampharos, I think this will actually be the first time I encounter an Ampharos in the playthrough. I'm not 100% sure about that, but even if I didn't know about the little unlock all scene data feature, then this would have just allowed me to check and confirm whether or not Ampharos can be found in the wild. So Let's go ahead and speed up, because for some reason, let's just pretend that we've just run into a brick wall commentary-wise, and I'm just going to say absolutely nothing for the rest of the segment and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. No, I definitely have more stuff to say. It might not be as much as I would like for it to be, but it is in regards to news. I kind of can't really avoid it, because I mean, I was asleep when it happened, and I was annoyed because, like, the thing was said to be an announcement, like, in, like, 4 hours, and I was asleep, like, an hour later, and stuff like that, which annoyed me. But I woke up, and, yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee are indeed a thing. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't be, but, alas, it turns out that it is indeed going to be the case. It looks very much like Pokemon Go on the Switch, but has the sort of, like, just exploring element to it where you just explore the Kanto region. I think it is basically being considered as kind of a main series game, but at the same time kind of not. That kind of all got muddled up in there in translation and whatnot. I don't really know what to make of all of it. It says there's supposed to be one new species of Pokemon in it. Besides that, it only has the first 151 species and at least some number of Alolan variants. And then there's also, like, just a freaking Pokeball peripheral thing that you can use alongside with it, kind of like the Pokemon Go Plus. And I'm not going to lie, at this stage, with what we know about these games, that Pokeball is literally the only thing that I'm interested in. I am not, like, hating on it because it is Kanto. I don't mind Kanto. People say it sucks. People say it's absolute garbage. I'm impartial towards it. I don't really care. I understand, like, I have nostalgia for it, so I can't say I hate it, but I'm not completely bloody blinded by said nostalgia, so I'm not going to say it's the greatest thing ever. But at this stage, there's really nothing of... There's no real feature of the game that really piques my interest. I was never a big fan of Pokemon Go to begin with anyway, so this may seem a bit presumptuous and a bit obnoxious and will probably trigger a lot of smorks in the comments or something like that, I don't know. But for the time being, until I get some kind of information that is actually going to convince me to buy the game, it is for the time being getting a fat juicy dance game skip from me. So, yeah, that's just my opinion. I mean, I know I'm going to get ripped a new arsehole for it, but whatever. I don't set out to let you stand on eggshells. If I don't like something, I don't like it. End of fucking story. So, let's get pissed off by these Magnemites and Magnetons that are just, doing the whole parafusion type shtick and saying, no, you're not allowed to attack me. Be nice to snap out of confusion here. No. It annoys me very much when I am in the middle of a two-turn move and then get screwed out of it by confusion. Like, that annoys me more than any other just hitting yourself in confusion when it actually screws you out of something. So yeah, Magnetons are gonna be a bitch to deal with, because Econofo is having a hard enough time dealing with them as it is. Slumborg's not gonna do much better. I mean, Slumborg's paralyzed at the moment, so this thing can easily just connect a lock on first. Oh, lovely. And get the fully paralyzed. And the Supersonic was never gonna miss, so that's a lovely thing. And how much is Fire Punch gonna do? Surprisingly better than normal. Mind you, that's because of the level difference. That level difference is going to be non-existent when I fight Lieutenant Surge, and that's what's going to make me sad. Yeah, probably not going to buy any more lemonades. Most of my team is past that 100 HP mark, so not too sure if I'm going to invest in Moo Moo Milks or just get Hyper Potions. Moo Moo Milks are probably going to be better just because... realistically, it's still 1200 for 200 HP of healing, but at least the Moo Moo Milks, I can, like, minimize the amount of waste. So, who do we lead with now? I guess stick with Salt Fairy. I've not been thinking about this, I've not been paying a great deal of attention to the game as I was explaining my random miniature thought dump on Pokemon Let's Go. I've had a look at that Pokemon Quest as well. That seems kind of interesting. But from what I've seen, like from Cerebee's tweets, like on his personal Twitter account, and just from what the other people on Discord groups that I'm a part of, from what I've seen from those, it seems like it's just another one of those sort of like play the game for a certain amount of time, and then if you want to progress further, you pay, like more pay to win kind of crap, which is kind of depressing because that thing is also sort of interesting. Because it's very much, it features just Pokemon in like these blocky sort of forms that kind of like, it's almost as if they're like ripping from Pixelmon or something like that, and actually made people think that they forced Pixelmon's death just because they were in the process of making that or something. I don't know if that's entirely true or not. It's got nothing to do with Minecraft. It's just blocky versions of Pokemon. I mean, I get the resemblance, but I don't think that would be the exact reason to do it. I mean, not that it matters. Pixelmon has since been revitalized. If you haven't heard about that, then just reforged.gg. I know that sounds like a bit of a suspect bloody URL, but it is indeed a thing. So, that's kind of cool. I've been playing about on a server with that. I think it's been about a month or so since I've been on the server, but it's pretty cool. There were a few weird glitches. They're trying to transition from one spawning engine to another, and it's just, there's a few bugs with the new one. Like there was a bug in I think it was either the last version or the version before it, where like the only legendaries that were actually spawning at any sort of a decent rate were the Lake Trio, and it was just sort of pissing everybody off. And so we went back to the old spawner, and then it found out that the old spawner doesn't spawn anything from Gen 6 onwards, so either way, I would not have minded getting like a Xerneas or an Yveltal, but either way, I was sort of boned. I either just not get them at all, or have like a 1 in frickin' a quarter of a million chance at having one spawn in at a certain time of the day in a certain frickin' biome that's hard to find. That's not my idea of fun. Not at all. Are we done with these lackeys? Thank you. Now, is there a gate here? No, there's not. You can just sort of get to Lieutenant Surge. Okay, that's lovely. Given how quickly I've been blowing through this segment, I'm actually kind of in a position where I could go and maybe like do 1 or 2 more other things, maybe. I kind of doubt it. Once I get 8 badges, I'm going to have access to the last set of TMs, so I'll probably have a bit of a gander in there and see what I've got. It'll be the best of the TMs, so it'll be like Psychic, Earthquake, and all that sort of fun stuff. Save state 3, the correct date. Yeah, it is. Alright. Let's see how terrible this is going to be. Who do I want to lead with, actually? Slumwalk sounds decent. Good bulky Mon with sleep powers, and if he leads with Magneton, I've got the Fire Punch to take it out. Yeah, he's all like Lieutenant... I think he's Lieutenant Guile. That might only be in Street Fighter. Whatever. Guile / Anorexic Johnny Bravo / Japanese Duke Nukem / just American doof. Just, yeah, we'll call him a doof, not a dude. He is a doof. Okay, Thunder. That's powerful. Even with my bulk, that is powerful. And that is still not a 2-hit KO. I'm happy with that. I'm quite alright with that. So he gets 1 turn to stay asleep, unless he uses a full heal here. I'm going to be pissed if he uses a full heal. My hope now is that he does not wake up on this turn, because if he wakes up and connects to the Thunder, Conifo might not be able to tank. Okay, it is asleep. In which case, let's have ourselves a dig. I could easily curse, but then that just increases the risk of getting smacked with a Thunder to the face. And RNG will be obnoxious and just not hit that 30% chance of missing. So now I gotta hope I stay asleep for one more turn. He stays asleep, not me. I'm actually paying a bit more attention now because I'm focusing on the important battle at hand. So yeah, Thunder not doing jack shit. So there's the Raichu neutralized. It would be amazing if I just switched to Slumborg, put something to sleep, and then just killed it with Conifo while it was still asleep. If I did that with all 5 of his Pokemon, that'd just be hilarious. Magneton, though, I should hopefully be able to just deal with Slumborg just by himself, because I could put him to sleep and then just keep lobbing fire punches until it dies. It's probably going to be a 3-hit knockout, though, just because of level 38. Much higher than 31. And, of course, 50-50, and it's got to actually connect. Even if it's a 50-50 shot, it must connect because it was launched by the CPU character. By the NPC. Because it's RNG and it has to work against you. We'll just refer to it like that, so... Do that. I would heal, but... I mean, the leftovers are doing enough of a job of that, but whatever. Just want this thing to stay asleep. At this stage, it doesn't really matter that much, because if I healed it and it woke up and hit me with a Zap Cannon, I would just have to use a full heal again, and then it'd be a sticky situation. At this stage, I'd rather just risk copping another Zap Cannon to the face, and then just keep launching fire punches. And just let the leftovers do their little bit of gradual healing. Speaking of leftovers, I could actually go and get Snorlax once I'm done here. That'll probably be obnoxious and difficult to catch though, but I imagine I'll have the time. I'm feeling Salt Fairy to deal with this Electrode. I'm not going to outspeed this with anything on my team, so I'm hoping that this thing isn't just randomly packing Reflect. I know it can get Light Screen, but not too sure if I can get Reflect. Should I Sweet Kiss? Nah, I think just keep going Return. It's got low physical defense, so... Screeching up a shitstorm and then probably just going to blow itself up or something like that. Given it's got low HP, I'm feeling like if I switched into Conifo, it might not be a bad idea if he blows up. Because he's got low HP, so he might as well blow up. Nah, he's just going to Swift. Okay. I'm alright with that, actually. Because I'm pretty sure if I just launch either a Rock Slide or a Hidden Power, that should knock him out. I'll go with the Hidden Power. That's slightly less powerful, but it should still take Electrode out with its low HP at the moment. And Hidden Power won't miss. So, this is just more consistent damage. And another Electrode. Not too sure what that thing's going to do, so I'm just going to go with a Dig. And get the Quick Claw hacks, that's always nice. Oh, that's... yeah, I don't like that at all. Wow. Jeez. I'm glad I still hit it. I'm just not too sure if I'm going to get the one-shot. No, not at all. Yeah, I did not like those double teams. Come on. Come on. Like, this thing seems to only be attacking me with Swift, which makes me wonder if this thing even has an electric move to begin with. If it does not, then I'll just keep riding my luck until eventually one of these hidden powers connects. Okay, so we had Raichu, we had Magneton, we had 2 Electrodes, which I believe just leaves Electabuzz, if I had to guess. Yeah. Okay, Electabuzz is a bit of a thing, because it can actually get a bunch of different types of moves. It can get fighting moves. I'm not too sure if it will actually have Cross Chop. Pretty sure it can get at least Fire Punch, maybe not Ice Punch, but I'm pretty sure it can get Fire Punch, so Stig is probably not the best idea to go into it. So... if Slumborg was at full HP, I wouldn't hesitate to switch him in and get a Hypnosis off. I'm going to see what this thing's damage output is like, and I'm going to use Salt Fairy to do it. See what Return does, and then probably determine if I can get a Sweet Kiss off after this. Okay, well, Thunder misses. That's never a bad thing. And Return gets a 2-shot, so assuming that Thunder... it did not miss, but assuming that it does not knock Salt Fairy out, which it came nowhere near doing, second Return takes it out, and I get the GG. Alright. That worked out pretty well. So now what TM does he give me? I'm going to assume Thunder. Well, I mean, there's only one electric move in the game, I think, that has a TM associated with it in Gen 2, so... Oh no, Zap Cannon. I forgot about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It would be Thunderbolt, but this is the only generation in which Thunderbolt is not actually a TM. Alright, so what's my triumphant congratulatory message from the automated Pokemon League speakers box thingy? Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm in a good mood now, so I guess what I'll do now, while I'm in the local area, let's just go and see if Snorlax is going to be an arsehole to catch. It does scale up with the amount of badges that I have, and now that I have 8 badges, I believe that will put it onto level 45, I want to say, either 45 or 50. Let's hope this thing's not going to be too incredibly obnoxious. I mean, I don't expect this thing to have anything that can actually hit at least Conifo for super effective damage, except maybe Bite or Crunch. I think it gets Crunch, but I don't think it's running off a huge special attack stat. I could be wrong, but Conifo sounds like one of those mons that would just sit there and tank stuff. So, let's give this a shot. Once again, you can catch this literally whenever the hell you want. If you come here with no badges, then it will be at level 5, and you can use it on your team. But for here, just whatever. It's running off the better special attacking stats, so what I'm thinking here is maybe Thunder Punch, hopefully get Paralysis off. Six probably got... yeah, it's got Rest. Okay. I guess I just sort of prey on its ability to use Rest and then just lob a hidden power or two at it. That sounds like it'd be a pretty decent shout. Does this thing also have Snore? Well, if it did, it decided not to use it on that particular turn. Don't know why I'm continually save stating here, but whatever. Let's see how much hidden power actually does here. That did not do as much as I was hoping it would. Also, it's looking very much like it's just going to spam using Rest and not give me too many opportunities to catch it. It's certainly not helping that I'm not doing a whole lot of damage. Like, I could throw a few curses up. I'm just not too sure how many curses I can do before I'm just one-shotting this thing outright. 2 should hopefully do the trick. I can see Headbutt being a bit of a problem. I mean, Body Slam and Headbutt can both be a bit problematic. One causes paralysis, the other one causes flinch. So, alright. I could lob the Heavy Ball at it, because it is over 1,000 pounds and will get the most bonus out of the Heavy Ball, but nah. I'm going to go with the Pokeballs. I'm just kind of stubborn like that. Almost got its second ball. That would have been incredible. That slow increase of its health with the thing is making things just a little bit more obnoxious. I was hoping that it would use Rest at some point. Alright. How much is a Hidden Power going to do with +2 attack? Okay. I'm going to go one more curse. Okay, it's got Snore. Rest and 3 attacking moves, one of which only works when it's asleep. It is decidedly the weakest move that it's got on its arsenal, so I'm okay with that. It means it can't do a huge amount of damage to me. And so this is one of those awkward moments where I don't really want to attack it because it's probably going to knock it out, but I don't really want to throw a ball at it because it's almost certainly not going to catch. I think it's decidedly better to just lob a ball at it because at least there's still some kind of chance of catching it while it is still alive. Mind you, it's going to just keep immediately breaking out, and then there's obviously times like these where the paralysis actually does connect, and I have to re-heal that. And then I'm just here wasting Pokeballs because this thing refuses to use rest. Do you just want to use rest sometime this century? Yeah, I thought so. Okay. Let me save state. Now let's see how much hidden power does. I'll get the Snore off as well. Does Snore have a chance to flinch? I can't remember. I feel like Snore has a chance to flinch. Well, we're not going to find out because I caught it anyway. Alright, so that's that to the collection. I hear that, actually, no, never mind. I hear that certain, like, gift mons and stuff, like, something sort of, like, similar to, Snorlax actually reset when you beat the Elite Four, so you can actually go and get, like, for example, say another Eevee off of Bill, or just the frickin' Celadon Mansion or something like that. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I wouldn't have to breed as many eggs, although I could just spend coins at the game corner to get all the Eevees that I need. Which equates to, I believe, the one Eevee to remain as an Eevee, Vaporeon and Jolteon caught in the wild, which means I would just need 3 other Eevees. Okay, I think the only other thing to do is to check out the final set of TMs, and then we will be done with this video. And I managed to get it close to that half an hour mark, so I guess that made for some pretty decent padding. I imagine I'll be wanting to invest a lot in these new TMs that I've unlocked here, so let's have a look. Alright, Zap Cannon, Blizzard, Hyper Beam, Solar Beam, Thunder, Earthquake, Psychic, Fire Blast. That sounds about right. They're all 10,000 Pokédollars each, and I blew a lot of my money getting those Ultra Balls and Fast Balls in preparation for the previous segment where I went after the Legendary Beasts. So, I'm going to have to pick wisely. Actually, I don't need to buy one of those, because if my memory serves me correctly, there is one in Victory Road, and I will just use that to teach to Conifo. I think besides that, I probably won't need any of these other TMs. I might end up finding myself using TMs from other sets that don't cost as much. I will, I'll try to work that out at some point. I imagine Friday's segment's probably just going to be me, I don't know. I'm probably just going to smash my way through, routes 26 and 27, if I feel like it'd actually be worth going through that many routes full of trainers and whatnot, because I'm fast running out of routes of trainers to grind on, and I'm probably going to need those last few routes to grind off of trainers, like for the last set of 8 badges, especially if I decide to go ahead with what I'm planning for the second half of the game, but we'll have to see about that. For now, I will be cutting the segment here, and next time, beef jerky? I don't know. Something like that. Whatever.